Good evening, this is Ken. This is he. Absolutely, Miss Diane. I have all the time in the world, and I appreciate the opportunity. How can I assist? My initial involvement within the IMAX industry was actually entirely by accident. A good friend of mine who was the director of operations at the Kansas Cosmosphere and Space Center in Hutchinson, Kansas, needed a fill-in for a part-time temporary supervisor to cover a vacancy in his group. And knowing the background in management supervision, he gave me a call, and I agreed to fill in there for what was supposed to be a very short time. It turned out, much to my surprise, that it was something that caught my interest right off the bat and grew into a full-time job, grew exponentially. So while I started off initially just as a temporary part-time job, it grew into a theater manager position with their IMAX theater, and took off and started an 18-year involvement with the IMAX industry. That's an excellent question, and it's one that speaks to the real reason for something that a person does. I have had the benefit of the experience of all different levels within the IMAX industry, frankly, from the bottom of picking up the trash and working as a theater host, all the way through the executive director. That experience has given me the opportunity, the benefit of knowing what the best areas are that allow me to contribute my skills to an institution, and frankly that ended up being within the IMAX theater itself. The IMAX experience is unique unto itself, and if it's executed correctly, it provides an experience unlike anything else that our patrons have been to. That's where the passion evolved from, and that's what has given me the desire and the intention to apply for your theater manager position. Okay. Conflicts and challenges can come in a variety of packages, whether it's a disgruntled customer or a disgruntled employee or even a media group that's coming out trying to do an investigative story. The bottom line is most people simply want to be heard. They need to have an opportunity to express their opinion. Quite often they're not listened to, which starts this interaction right off the bat. If you give an opportunity for a customer or an employee or a patron to make their case, then you have the issues on the table that you can deal with. The key point is keep the emotions out of the discussion, find out what their problem is, and then figure out a way to address their needs. Key point is keep the emotions out of it. Absolutely. We've run into that many times. You cannot be everything to everyone, and within the IMAX industry, it's generally you'll have a customer that has purchased a ticket to the theater and has witnessed had the IMAX experience, and it wasn't what they intended, wasn't what they expected. So they want something in return, whether it is a refund, a rerun, or something different. Obviously, when this comes to a manager's attention, they are in an agitated state, and you need to get beyond that, find out what their issue is, and then figure out a way to do it. That's unfortunately a fairly common activity you run into in any theater, but to me it's one of the challenges and the opportunities that come along with theater management. Why is a manhole cover round? There are a number of theories along that line, but the prime one goes all the way, to me, goes back to my engineering background. A round manhole cover that goes in a round manhole cannot fall through. No matter how you orient it, that manhole cover cannot fall into the manhole. If it were square or rectangular and it were handled diagonally, it could actually drop down into that hole. So to me, it's a matter of safety. Make them round so you never drop them in the hole. Okay. My current boss or team members would describe me, I believe, very much as a team player, as a facilitator, as a sounding board, someone who could take a broad picture and allocate and identify the various skills, provide the necessary support or tools or applications to get a job done. As much of anything, a coordinator as well as a peer. Even though we all have superiors and subordinates, I think both my superiors and subordinates would look at me as a team member and one of the group. I appreciate the call this evening, and I think you obviously have my contact information. If there's anything else that I could do to assist you, or any questions that come up, please feel free to give me a call. And I would welcome the opportunity to just discuss further the opportunities there at the Evergreen Aviation and Space Museum. Thank you. Good day.